Hi, everyone, and welcome back to Magic for English. I'm Daniel. Today, we're going to learn 50 of the most important English words you must know. Why these words? Because they are not just any words. They are the basic building blocks of English. You use them every single day, in every conversation. Without them, it's hard to speak clearly. But once you know them, English becomes much easier, and you can express yourself with confidence. These 50 words are your foundation. Master them, and step by step, your English will grow stronger and smoother. If you want to improve your English with easy and useful lessons, make sure to subscribe so you don't miss any of our upcoming episodes. And don't worry if you already know some of these words. That actually makes it even better, because today we won't just memorize words, you'll learn how to use them in natural sentences. Most important of all, I'll say every sentence slowly, and then you repeat after me. You might have heard about something called shadowing. Shadowing means copying exactly what I say, right after me. Don't wait for me to finish the whole sentence. Repeat as I speak, like a shadow following me. In this way, even if you already know the word, you will make it stronger. And this is the fastest way to make your English clearer, more natural, and more confident. And one more thing. Don't just say the sentence. Copy my voice, tone, and the up and down of my words. This is really important if you want to sound natural. So if you're ready, remember this. Every single word you learn and repeat is another step forward. Keep going, keep speaking, and step by step, you'll surprise yourself with how good your English becomes. All right. Let's start with our first group, verbs. Remember, verbs are action words, things you do. The first verb is need. Need means to have something because it's important. For example, you need to learn English because it's important for you, or you need water when you are thirsty to stay alive. Now repeat after me. I need to learn English. Okay, let's look at like. Like means to think something is good or enjoyable. For example, you like coffee, or they like music. Easy, right? Repeat after me. They like music. Here's another useful word, want. Want means to wish for something. For example, he wants a new phone, or I want to study English. Maybe you want to study English too. That's why you are here. Repeat after me. I want to study English. Now let's talk about have. Have means to own something. For example, I have a book, or they have 2 children. That means they are parents. Repeat after me. I have a book. Here comes live. Live means to have your home in a place. For example, I live in a city, or he lives in a small house. Where do you live? Repeat after me. I live in a city. All right, let's move on to work. Work means to do a job to earn money. For example, she works in an office, or I work from home. Maybe you work from home too. Repeat after me. She works in an office. Now we have open. Open means to move something so it is not closed. For example, can you open the window, please? Or open your book to page 5. We do this every day, right? Repeat after me. Open your book to page 5. And of course, if we have open, we also have close. Close means to move something so it is not open. For example, close the door, or the shop closes at 6 p.m. Repeat after me. Close the door. Let's go to help. Help means to make something easier for someone. For example, can you help me? Or, I helped my friend with English. That's what you're doing here. You are helping yourself to learn. Repeat after me. Can you help me? Now, let's check find. Find means to see or get something you are looking for. For example, I can't find my keys. Or, she finds a good restaurant. Repeat after me. I can't find my keys. Here's another. Look. Look means to move your eyes to see something. For example, look at the picture. Or, look at the teacher. Repeat after me. Look at the picture. Now we have listen. Listen means to pay attention to sound. For example, I listen to English podcasts every day. Or, please listen to me, just like you are listening right now. Repeat after me. Please listen to me. All right, let's talk about try. Try means to test or to see if you can do something. For example, try this food. It's good. Or, I try to speak English. That's the most important. Keep trying. Repeat after me. I try to speak English. Here comes start. Start means to begin something. For example, the class starts now. Or, let's start the game. Repeat after me. The class starts now. And of course, if we start, we also finish. Finish means to end or complete something. For example, I finish work at 5 p.m. Or, finish your coffee, please. Repeat after me. I finish work at 5 p.m. Now, let's check use. Use means to do something with an object. For example, I use a computer for my job. Or, we use a map to find the street. Repeat after me. I use a computer for my job. And the last one in this group is learn. Learn means to get new knowledge or a new skill. For example, we learn English. Or, my son learns to read. And right now, you are learning too. Repeat after me. We learn English. Great job. You just learned so many useful verbs. And remember, you didn't only hear them. You repeated them, you shadowed them, and you practiced them. That's how you make English part of your life. Keep going. Every time you practice, you take one more step forward. All right, now let's go to nouns. Nouns are words for people, places, and things. Easy, right? We'll start with family. Family means mother, father, sisters, and brothers. For example, my family is very big. Or, I love my family. Now repeat after me. I love my family. Next, let's look at home. Home is the place where you live. For example, I go home after work. Or, my home is small. Repeat after me. My home is small. Here's another easy one. Food. Food is something you eat. For example, I really like Italian food. Or, we need to buy food. Repeat after me. We need to buy food. All right? Let's move on to way. Way means how you go from one place to another. For example, this is the best way to the station. Or, I don't know the way. Can you help me? Repeat after me. I don't know the way. Can you help me? Now let's talk about problem. A problem is something that is not good or is difficult. For example, I have a problem with my car. Or if everything is fine, you can just say, no problem. Repeat after me. I have a problem with my English. Here comes another useful word, question. A question is something you ask when you don't know. For example, can I ask a question? Or, that's a good question. Repeat after me. Can I ask a question? Now, let's check out number. Numbers are 1, 2, 3. But we also use them in daily life. For example, what is your phone number? Or, my favorite number is 7. Repeat after me. My favorite number is 7. Great work so far. Remember, you can pause anytime if you need more practice. Slow and steady wins. All right, let's look at price. Price means how much money you pay for something. For example, what is the price of this book? Or, the price is very high. Repeat after me. The price is very high. Another common noun is city. A city is a big town with many streets and buildings. For example, I live in a big city. Or, London is a famous city. Repeat after me. I live in a big city. Now here's street. A street is a road with houses or shops. For example, my house is on a quiet street. Or, be careful when you cross the street. Repeat after me. My house is on a quiet street. Okay, let's go on with money. Money is what you use to buy things. Easy, right? For example, I don't have any money. Or, how much money do you need? Repeat after me. How much money do you need? Next up is job. A job is the work you do for money. For example, I have a new job. Or, his job is very interesting. Repeat after me. I have a new job. Here's another everyday word. School. School is the place where children learn. For example, my children go to school. Or, the school is near my house. Repeat after me. The school is near my house. All right, let's take a look at idea. An idea is a thought or plan in your head. For example, I have an idea. Or, that's a good idea. Repeat after me. I have an idea. Now, here's a word you hear a lot. People. People means men, women, and children all together. For example, there are many people in the park. Or, the people here are friendly. Repeat after me. The people here are friendly. Let's go on with part. a part is a piece of something. For example, a part of my car is broken. Or, I like the first part of the book. Repeat after me. I like the first part of the book. And finally, we have thing. The thing is an object, or it's a word we use when we don't know the name. For example, what is that thing? Or, I need to buy a few things. Repeat after me. I need to buy a few things. Amazing job. You've just learned a lot of useful nouns. And remember, you didn't just listen. You repeated, you shadowed, and you practiced. That's how English stays in your brain. Keep it up. You're doing great. All right, now it's the very exciting part of our lesson. Adjectives. Adjectives give feeling or description to a noun. For example, if you only say house, it's clear. But if you say a good house or a big house, now we know more about the house. It has feeling. It has description. From now on, I won't say, repeat after me. After each sentence, just pause and practice shadowing, like I explained at the beginning. Let's begin with good. Good means something nice, not bad. For example, this is a good book, or she is a good teacher. Now, the opposite is bad. Bad means not good. For example, the weather is bad today. Or if you eat fruit and it doesn't taste nice, you say, this fruit is bad. Here's another one. Easy. Easy means not difficult. For example, the test was easy. Or, this game is easy for me. And of course, the opposite is difficult. Difficult means not easy. For example, this exercise is difficult, or my job is very hard. Now let's talk about important. Important means something you need to know or do. For example, it is important to learn English, or it is important to drink water. Because without water, you cannot live. Here's a useful one. Different. Different means not the same. For example, my bag is different from your bag. Or, we have different cars. And of course, we also have same. Same means not different. For example, we have the same phone. Or, you and I are the same age. Now, let's check big. Big means large in size. For example, they have a big house. Or, that is a big dog. And the opposite is small. Small means little in size. For example, I have a small car. Or, this is a small problem. Here's another one. New. New means not old. For example, I have a new job. Or, she bought a new dress. And the opposite is old. Old means something used for a long time. For example, he has an old car. Or, this is an old building. All right, now let's talk about hot. Hot means having high temperature, like fire or the sun. For example, be careful, the coffee is hot. Or, it is very hot today. And the opposite is cold. Cold means having low temperature, like ice. For example, the water is cold. Or, I feel cold outside. Here's another one. Right. Right means correct. For example, your answer is right. Or you might ask, is this the right bus for the city? And the opposite is wrong. Wrong means not correct. For example, this is the wrong number. Or your answer is wrong. Almost there. Let's look at happy. Happy means when you feel good, when you smile. For example, I am happy to see you. Or she has a happy family. And finally, the last one, tired. Tired means needing rest or sleep. For example, I am tired after work. Or the children are tired after the game. Wow, amazing work today. Do you know what you just did? You didn't just sit and listen. You learned, you spoke, you practiced, and you grew. That is real progress. Every time you do this, you're not only learning English words, you're also building confidence and taking one more step toward fluency. That's it. You did it. You have now learned 50 important beginner words, verbs, nouns, and adjectives. And remember, today you didn't just hear the words, you repeated them. You shadowed them, and you practiced them. That's how English stays in your mind and becomes part of your life. If you found this episode helpful, share it with a friend who also wants to improve their English, because learning together makes it even more powerful. You did an amazing job today. And if you really want these words to stick, listen to this episode again, tomorrow or the day after. Reviewing will make your English even stronger. Don't forget to subscribe to Magic for English. And before you go, tell me in the comments, which word was your favorite today? I'm Daniel, and I'll see you next time. Keep going, keep learning, and remember, every single word you learn is one more step toward the new you.